Hello there, my name is Taryn and this is Adant. We are going to be talking about the moon phases. So you see, say this table is space and
We
we have the earth, we have the sun, and we have the moon, which is here.
And also we have the ball, and this ball is sun, right? But it doesn't like make light out of the ball. So we use a flashlight to make it as the sun's light.
So yeah, I'm going to be using this flashlight someday in the video. So stick around until we get to that moment. So I'm going to be explaining about moon. It's going to be explaining about the Earth, and after that we're going to go more in detail about the moon phases. So Iran, start off with the Earth.
Okay. The Earth moves around the sun. Olden days, people thought the sun rotates around the earth, but when Galileo proved it was wrong and said the earth rotates around the sun, and he was correct. Actually, the earth rotates around the sun, not the sun rotates around the earth.
Next, I'm going to be explaining more in the moon. A lot of mistakes happen, like people think the moon rotates like this, but actually that's false. It rotates like this. That's how it rotates. So that's the rotation of the moon, and we've also drew lines to explain the rotations of Earth and Moon. The Earth and Moon would rotate, so it would go like this.
And also, you know how I want to tell how the earth moves. It moves in circles, right? When we move in circles, we are dizzy, right? But actually, when the earth moves in circles, it is not dizzy. It just keeps on doing it.
So it takes the moon 27.5 days to rotate around the earth fully, and during its rotation, the sun actually beams light on the moon, not only the earth, and therefore that is how it changes phases. We will go more in detail once we get into the phases part. If you guys didn't know, the 27 days of rotation is called the lunar month. So that's a fact if you guys were curious. And now let's get into the phases of the moon, collection of what we have.
Everyone, here we're gonna do the
experiment, and we're going to be starting from
new moon to full moon.
So as you see, right now in its current phase, sunlight is falling on one side here. However, the other side is not getting any light, and since that side is facing towards the earth, it turns out to be a new moon. So that's one. Next, we will be moving on to the waxing crescent. So the waxing crescent is something like banana shape or croissant shape, whatever. And it's 25% of light you can see out of the 100% of light. 25% you will see fully. Also remember that it is slowly from low starting to get a bit high, and also it's rotating at the same time. So that's how the 25% is a bit short. Next, we will be moving on to first quarter. So it's right here. First quarter is where you can see 50% out of the 100% of light that will be showing on moon, and you see it is somewhere in the side, and you can only see 50%. So you can say it's like 1/2. Next is the waxing gibbous. That's 75% of light shown on the moon. And then lastly is the full moon, where you see it's behind the earth and 100% is being shown up there. So the sunlight here is being reflected to the moon, and since the people which is the night sky for them, they will go and see the new moon, which was going to be visible. Now that we have gone through our stages of moving from invisible to visible, we will go back from visible to invisible. So this is called this is the second stage, which is waning stage. So now we will be going on to waning gibbous. Waning gibbous is just like waxing gibbous. You will see only 75% of the moon's light. Next is the third quarter, also known as the last quarter. And I know I'm saying this a lot of times, but keep in mind that it's still rotating and it's going down, okay? Alright, next is the waning crescent, just like the waxing crescent. And last is the new moon. And then after that is repeat. It repeats on, and it's been doing that for 4.5 billion years.
Total of 8 phases, and now we're going to the fun fact.
The fun fact is that the both moon and Earth rotate together, which makes them best friends.
I have another fun fact. Did you know that Earth's gravity is telling the moon to rotate? Because moon doesn't have enough gravity. And also, Earth and the moon are friends, but not just best friends. They also are friends with the sun. I showed you how to do it with torchlight. Now I'm going to show you how to do it with paper. I'm going to first start with a new moon. This has no light. It's all dark. And then I'll go to waxing crescent. Waxing crescent, like this wood part, looks like a banana. And then I go to first quarter. First quarter is a half dark, half light. And then I go to waxing gibbous. Waxing gibbous has more light than the dark. And we are enough. Then comes full moon. Full moon is always white. It's white, no dark. No, it's not dark. Then waning gibbous is 75% light and 25% dark. And we come to last quarter, also called last quarter moon. It is also half dark, half light. And then we come to waning crescent. It looks like a banana too. And this is the these are the 8 moon phases. And I also want to tell you we made it with Oreo cookies, and also it takes 27 days for it to go to another moon phases. After 27 days, it reaches back the new moon.